Hi, I'm Pete Blackshaw, and welcome to another episode of Startup Coffee Talk. Today we have a very, very special guest, Dr. Kelly Cohen from the University of Cincinnati, and he is going to serve as our Chief Scientific Advisor. And we're thrilled to have you on board. We thought we'd spend a little time getting to know you and why you want to join us. So first off, before we get into your bio, like why brand?
Question, Pete. I've been working in AI for now 30 years, and I've been focused on two things: aerospace, and then more recently, over the past decade, medical. But they are still very engineering related. I like challenges, and I like taking risks, and so it has been very exciting. It's invigorating. It's like this kid in a candy store.
Hey, you were like telling me nonstop, after I introduced you to Kelly, he's like, dude, we got to get him on board. Like,
I thought the very first thing we needed to do was create substance around our methodology and our approach. And Kelly's enthusiasm, his interest in AI, and clearly his capabilities seemed like a great fit for us.
Describe the epiphany when you first experienced generative AI.
At first, like many people in the community, the engineering community, we were a bit cynical, skeptical. And then I looked at the tools that I possess that take a long time. Okay, stochastic robustness, Monte Carlo simulations, shapely values, all these tools that we've been developing from scratch. And then when I tried that with generative AI, I was beginning to get
Apply
results.
Shapley values.
Yeah, you're getting results. It doesn't take much to do a 1 million iteration run of a Monte Carlo simulation. While there is some speculation because of what it is, you can do some double checks to address issues like hallucinations. You can test the system to ensure that what you're getting as results makes sense. And then, of course, you want to add a layer of human-centric. Does this make sense? Given the experience you have in the area of marketing. So I feel confident that having to have a very strong tool plus your experience, we would complement one another.
How confident are you that we can unlock huge amounts of value in terms of interpreting what brands stand for, their future health?
So if we classify a brand as a system, then you can come up with metrics that allow you to gauge what is the health of the brand and also make a forecast into the future by looking at what the customers are saying. You want to know your strengths, your weaknesses. It's like doing that SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, but at a very, very high frequency to be able to see if there are changes, if something requires you to react quickly to demands in the market. What is happening?
Hank, what are you thinking there? Like, how does this all come together?
Last week we talked a little bit about, some of the vulnerabilities of not executing perfectly on all the things we have set out to do in our first 3 weeks. I think this kind of plays into that a little bit because we've got to test some things out, and I feel like we've got to be willing to place some bets, and maybe they work, maybe they don't work, but I'm excited because we have no shortage of ideas to put in front of our customers and let them react to that. A pretty interesting area is a topic called adversarial AI, and this is
great word.
Yeah, it is, and it's maybe a scary.
It's now ours.
Maybe it's we're exploring this, and really it's SWOT analysis. It's beyond that though. It's really about techniques that allow you to see into the vulnerabilities and how to address vulnerabilities in your opponent. Your opponent being the competing brands, right? Is you can be assured that your competition may be thinking about this and pursuing a similar approach. So you've got to play offense and defense here, and I think we're in a good spot to help our companies do that.
Over the weekend, I think we went back like a dozen times on a piece of analysis that you were doing, looking at, one of the world's biggest brands, Tide versus seventh generation, a Unilever brand. What was going on in your head?
So we developed a list of 25 metrics to assess performance of a product. And then it's not enough to assess performance standalone. There's that Hebrew saying, "Kinat sofrim marbe chokhmah." That is, you have to compare yourself with others, and that comparison improves your understanding, your intelligence, your capability of figuring out what happens. For example, Tide has an issue with sustainability compared to the competition.
Or they may not be getting the credit they deserve.
Yes. And so what can you do to ensure that the public, the consumer, realizes that statement is addressed well?
Could you tell us a little bit about other things that are top of mind for you or other projects you're working on right now?
Yes, definitely. I'm part of a team that was selected by the Space Force for maintenance of satellites. And my work there focuses on AI for guaranteeing safety assurance, and also for testing AI. Also working with the medical school in some areas, working on how to have senior citizens with dementia and Alzheimer's live respectfully on their own with a company called Gemini.
We're going to wrap up near the bottom of my coffee cup here, so just a couple of questions I had. Like, what would be your favorite chat engine? Do you have one?
Yes, ChatGPT 4.0, it was tested, minimum hallucinations.
Wow. What about Scholar AI?
Oh, I'm set to Scholar AI GPT, works quite well, and so it provides you with the references that ChatGPT does not, so I use both.
Okay. What? Maybe a top influencer. Who do you follow?
Missy Cummings in AI, she has that North Star of mine when it comes to self-driving cars and how brittle the AI is utilized and the harm it is doing.
How about a top prediction for 2025?
AI is going to get more responsible. There's going to be policies in place, and we would decide whether some AI is not ready, not mature yet, and is dangerous to be unleashed as is on the society.
Will we still be in business? Will we be thriving?
Yes, because we are utilizing responsible AI techniques to bring value.
What are the odds you'll answer Pete's text at 10 a.m. on Saturday night?
Oh, like 99%. Okay. All right. So we're here with Dr. Kelly Cohen from the University of Cincinnati. He's the leader of our scientific advisory efforts, and we're really thrilled to have you. Thanks for working through this. And anybody who's got it all the way to the end of this, you are one smart person, because this was loaded with insight. Thanks very much. Hey, last cheers as we finish up our here. We're on Startup Coffee Talk, and this is our best episode ever, powered by Dr. Kelly Cohen. Thanks.
Thank you.